Some stories don't end. They wait. There is footage in this case, actual footage. A missing woman's car is returned in broad daylight. A security camera records the person who parks it. The suspect walks straight across the frame, and somehow, not a single clear image of their face exists. Every step they take lines up perfectly with a fence post, frame after frame. A human being erased by architecture. That footage will become one of the most infamous non-answers in true crime. But before the fence, before the car, before the silence, there was a morning when a young woman simply didn't arrive, and nothing has made sense since. Jennifer Kesse was 24 years old enough to be fully into adulthood, young enough to still be building it. She had a career, a social life, and a condo she'd worked hard to afford, one she was proud of. Jennifer wasn't drifting, she wasn't unstable, she wasn't in the middle of a crisis. People who knew her described someone organized, responsible, and consistent. And consistency matters in missing person cases because when someone like Jennifer vanishes, investigators don't start by asking why she left. They start by asking what interrupted her routine. In late January of 2006, Jennifer had just returned from a short trip. By Monday night, January 23rd, she was back in Orlando, back in her condo, back in her normal rhythm. Nothing about that night set off alarms, no panicked calls, no strange messages, no sudden changes to her plans. It was ordinary, and that's what makes what comes next so unsettling, because most disappearances announce themselves with chaos. This one didn't. It arrived quietly, between one normal night and one expected morning. Tuesday morning, January 24th. Jennifer doesn't show up to work. At first, it's confusing, not immediately terrifying. People run late, phones die, traffic happens. But as the hours pass, concern hardens into alarm. Calls go unanswered, messages aren't returned. Jennifer isn't checking in, and that alone is enough to scare the people who know her best. Because Jennifer didn't vanish from her life without notice, she didn't disappear casually. By that afternoon, her family drives to her condo. What they find isn't a crime scene in the traditional sense. No broken doors, no shattered glass, no obvious struggle. But something is wrong. Jennifer's car is gone. So are the things she never left without. Her purse, her keys, her phones, the items that let you move freely and call for help and be traced. They're all missing, and Jennifer is gone with them. Here's where cases like this often split. Some disappearances drift toward theories of choice. Others snap toward the possibility of force. Jennifer Kesse's case snaps. Fast. There is no activity on her accounts. No confirmed sightings. No evidence she planned to leave. And most importantly, there is no reason for Jennifer to abandon a life she was actively living. No note, no warning, no preparation, just absence. The kind of absence that doesn't grow slowly. The kind that happens all at once, which leads investigators to a terrifying but unavoidable conclusion. If Jennifer didn't leave on her own, then something happened to her during the most ordinary part of her day, the space between home and work, a place where nothing feels dangerous until suddenly it is. For 2 days, there are no answers, no leads, no sightings, no explanations. And then Jennifer's car reappears, not hidden, not burned, not dumped in the dark. It's returned, parked at an apartment complex just over a mile away, in daylight, and whoever brought it there was recorded. In episode 2, we narrow the window. We examine the condo, and we confront the possibility that Jennifer Kesse didn't disappear somewhere far away. She vanished right where she should have been safest,